Welcome to 5 Movements in 5 Minutes, Lymphatic Edition. I'm Dana Llewellyn. The title says it all, so let's get started. Begin with standing cat-cows, alternating between rounding the back and arching the back, pairing that spinal movement with movement of the shoulders and the hands, rolling the shoulders back and reaching the hands down as you arch, and pointing, rounding the back. Pair this movement with your breath, inhaling to arch back, and exhaling to point forward. Really get the neck involved here. Look up, tilt the chin back, and then tuck the chin to the chest as you round. Movement and breath are two ways that the body intrinsically moves lymphatic fluid, so pairing these big body-wide movements with your breath are a great way to give the lymphatic system a little bit of a kickstart. And continue breathing as you move through these standing cat-cows, articulating through the whole spine. Next, we're moving into a kneeling lunge. So come into a kneeling lunge and just see that both of your knees are at a 90-degree angle. Start with palms touching in front of you and then trace your inner arm, your chest, open up to a thoracic twist. I find it helpful to actually physically trace the arm and the chest with the fingertips to give you that sense of opening. This twist is starting in your thoracic spine and really continuing through the entire spinal column. And you'll feel that twist through the abdomen as well. The abdomen is a really hot spot for the lymphatic system. Go ahead and switch sides. That's 30 seconds down. All of the fluid from the lower extremities bottlenecks at the abdomen. So doing these twists that help to open up the abdomen and the spinal column can help to move lymph through that whole area, where typically we see a lot of bloating, swelling, things like that. So continuing to breathe as you twist, just a few more. Next, go ahead and come into a downward facing dog, moving through down dog leg circles. So kick one leg back, rotate the toe out, and circle the leg forward. If this is too difficult, you can always move into a quadruped position, so more of a hands and knees position, and move from there. Down dog is nice because it gives you that inversion. Oh, speaking of dogs, hello Marmot. The down dog gives you the inversion, so getting the body out of gravity, getting the head below the heart, helping things to flow in a different way, which is really what we're going for with this whole 5 movements in 5 minutes. Just letting movement move our inner fluids. Just a few more on this side. Next, we're moving onto our back, so go ahead and make your way onto the floor, facing up with feet flat. Hip bridges, just your standard hip bridge, pressing into the shoulders and lifting the hips up. Using your breath here, exhaling to press up and inhaling to lower. Nice and smooth and controlled here. Articulating through the spine if that feels good. Knowing that every breath you take and every movement that you make is helping lymphatic fluid to move. These hip bridges are also offering a nice inversion, helping the body relate to gravity a little bit differently, helping fluid to flow in different ways. Next, we're coming all the way back up to standing, so roll on over to one side. Use your arms to push yourself up, coming to a quadruped position, downward facing dog, and come up to a stand. Our last minute are calf raises. So over this next minute, coming up onto your toes and lowering, and do a few rounds with your toes parallel, then do a few rounds with your toes facing away from each other, and then doing a few rounds with your toes pointing in. It's helping to move the muscle in lots of different ways. The calf muscles are really big fluid movers that pump fluid from the lower extremity up the leg, through the inguinal nodes, through the abdomen, and back up to terminus at the neck. These calf raises are helping to target fluid from the lower extremity. Just a few more toe raises here. We've almost hit 5 movements in 5 minutes. In 3, 2, 1. Great job, everybody. 5 movements in 5 minutes, lymphatic edition.